There's one. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Check that one out. Oh yeah. Send this bluegill back. See ya. Yep, there it is. That's a nicer one. There we go. Whew. There's a nice bluegill. Another nice one. Lake Winnebago bluegill. These things are just so fun. They really sink the bobbers hard. And man, do they fight hard. We'll send that one back too. I'm not keeping any fish today, but it's another good, probably 8.5. So you can see what I'm doing, but basically casting this bobber rig right out to the front side of that dock, and that's where any little insects that are flowing down the channel in the water, those are going to hit that front side of the dock first. So most of the fish are going to be sitting facing that way from what I've seen. So I usually try to follow the current side when I'm fishing a dock like this. You can definitely catch fish on the back side, but I just personally tend to have more success in the front. There was another bite. There's another one. That's not as big. We'll send him right back. Usually what I've noticed is that the fish that are real small, they like to just kind of tap with the bobber, where those bigger fish will just sink the bobber right down. There's no questions asked. That one's bigger. There we go. Oh yeah. Yep, that's a big one. That's a big one. Oh yeah. Just look at that thing. Just look at that thing. That's a nice fish right there. Let's send him back. See ya. So the biggest thing you probably noticed so far, my bobber rig is much different than you'd normally see. So this little tiny bobber with a little bit of a weight on the bottom, it helps with casting, but this little tiny bobber, when fish grabs the bait, this thing sinks so easily because it's so small and barely weighted. It's real nice. I've noticed that the more I do this approach, the more fish I get. I mean, it's a big difference. Like I said, just letting the bait flow along with the current, that's a huge difference maker for me. Like I said, just right in front of those docks. Follow that current side, follow that current as it comes down the channel, and let your bait flow naturally right in front of it. Now, most bobber approaches you see people usually using, they cast them out and the bobber just sits there in one spot and it does not move. That's the big difference here, is this rig is so light, the jig is really light and the bobber is super light. So as the current and wind are taking it, it just naturally drifts with the speed of the current down the channel. There we go, finally, jeez. Another solid bluegill. I think we got the bobber down video on that one too. That was pretty sweet, huh? All right, let's send that one back. Let's send it back. Ooh, hello. Another one. Another one. That's a bigger one. Another nice bluegill. See ya. That's a big one. That right there, that is a big bluegill. There we go. Another nice fish. Jeez. That's a fatty. Check out that bluegill. That's a handful. Sheesh. Another real nice bluegill there. Send them back. Just like this one. Now we got a bad storm moving in, so I'm going to be done here in a few, but these little bobbers, these are probably the biggest difference maker I have when I'm bluegill fishing. They're super light. As you saw, they get pulled down by the smallest little pull of a bluegill, and the big ones, they don't feel any weight on the end when they pull it down. So that's important. Sometimes those big bluegill can be kind of picky. Sometimes they feel that weight of the bobber, and then they just let go. So it was nice to have a real light bobber where they just sink it hard. Bigger fish, they don't really feel anything in the end when they pull those light bobbers down. There's just not much holding them up above the water. So they're real light floats. As fish bite them, you'll see the bite really easily. There's a big storm coming in, so I'm going to head out here soon. But yeah, I hope you learned something today, and good luck fishing.